The problem with our students is we just get stuck in this word, electrical appliances. Now we start thinking about how to use synonyms for this word, how to use synonyms for this word and this word. This is our problem. We get stuck here, but we do not see our golden chance. Hello. The question is how to paraphrase in writing task 1. As you know that you need to paraphrase the question as an introduction in writing task 1, and you are told that you need to use synonyms while paraphrasing, but that is not always the case. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to paraphrase in writing task 1 without even using synonyms. Bingo! This is going to be a magical video for you guys who are struggling with paraphrasing. So you need to watch the video till the end. This video is presented by Jawaaf Test Preparation and Consulting Academy, which is located in Putali Sadak, Kathmandu. There's the phone number you can contact if you need any classes. Let's move forward. Here we have a line graph and here we have the question. What you need to understand is in writing task 1, you have the question of same format. There are 3 things in your question. The first one is starter. Now the starter is the chart below shows. This is the starter. For example, if there is a line graph, then the question says the graph below shows. If there is a pie chart, the question says the pie chart below shows. So this part here, this yellow shaded part, this is a starter. After that, we have main contents, and here we have main contents. That means what is this question about? This is about the consumption of 3 kinds of fast food by teenagers. So this is the main content, and after the main content we have place and or date. Sometimes you may not have a date, but most of the time you find date mostly in line graph question. So here we have place and date. Mauritius 1985-2015. So while paraphrasing, or let's say while writing an introduction of writing task 1, you need to paraphrase this question, and after that you need to mention the unit, right? So this video is not actually about how to write an introduction, but this is about how to actually paraphrase without using synonyms. Now the first one is a starter. Here I'm going to teach you how to paraphrase the starter first, and then after that we will talk about main contents, and this is the point where the students actually struggle to paraphrase. Let's say we need a whiteboard here. Okay, here we have our whiteboard. So while paraphrasing, what do we do? So the question says chart, right? If the question says chart, you need to write line graph. But if the question says line graph, just write graph. Okay, just try to be different. So the question says chart, that's why we are going to write the line graph, and here we have a word below. Now we are not going to write the word under because we are not going to draw this diagram on our answer sheet. That's why we are going to omit this word. After that we have the word shows. Shows can have different words like presents, or you can even say depicts, or you can write illustrates, or you can even write gives information about. So you need to choose one of these words. Here I have given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, and yes, you can also write represents. Yes, I heard you say that. Represents. Right? So let's choose one of them. For now, let's say presence. Now we have the word presence. This is how we paraphrase the starter. Okay? If the question says chart, you are going to write line graph. You just need to contradict. And if the question says shows, you are going to write presence. If the question says presence, you are going to write shows. That's all. That is how you paraphrase the starter. Now let's talk about the main thing, and that is main content. So how are you going to paraphrase the main content? Here we have the word consumption. Here we have words like 3 kinds, fast food, teenagers. There are different words. right? Now, I don't think this word fast food is going to trouble you, because you know that a fast food is a junk food or a processed food. But the problem is you do not know let's say you do not know another word for consumption. So how do you do it? There's one trick about it. You don't need new words. If it is in a noun form, you just need to change it in a verb form. Now let me give you an example first. See, here is a sentence, and the sentence says smoking has been prohibited. Now, where do you actually stop is you want another word for smoking, you want another word for prohibited, and in a real exam you start thinking the word. That's why you lose your time. So what you need to do is you need to focus on this word prohibited. This is a verb form. What you can do is you can simply change it to a noun form. For example, let's say this: prohibition on smoking is on effect. Now, paraphrasing doesn't mean just changing words. You can add words or you can reduce the word, you can remove the word if needed, but do not just change the significance. Here we did not use any new word, we just changed the form of this verb. We made it noun, right? It's prohibition on smoking is on effect. This is what we added to make it a sentence. Let's say another example: the government should prioritize tourism. Now, the problem here is you get stuck with the word tourism. See, this is a technical word. Tourism, let's say we can't say tourist as a visitor. Tourists and visitors are different. So you do not have any synonyms for tourist or tourism, but you can have synonyms for these words: government or prioritize. Now let's say you do not know another word for prioritize. No problem. Here we have it paraphrased without changing a word. Tourism industry, we just added it by ourselves. Tourism industry should be a priority for the government. Now you could have said administration, right, or authorities. Here you could have used the word focused, but let's say you do not know any word, so what can be done is just change the form. Okay, this is just the first question. We are going to do 2 questions on this video, so I don't want you to pause the video or get distracted right now, because we are right now in a very important phase of this video. Let's go to next example here. In order to succeed in life, a person must work hard. Now, how do you paraphrase it without changing a word? So what the first thing what you can do is you can just change the structure of the sentence. You can take this last part, this clause, as the first one, and this you can take this one as the last one. For example, here, a person must work hard. See, we have just copied it. In order to succeed in life. Now the thing is, we have some words like work hard or succeed which can be changed like this. Let's say you can pause the video now and read the sentence and find out what did we change right now. Okay, so you do not need new words or extra words. You can just paraphrase by simply changing the form of the words. Now the question is it actually true? Should you not use synonyms? And the answer is, if you know the synonyms, then you can use it. But if you do not know, then what you are going to do is this, changing the form. Now let me show you a proof. Here I am. This is a band descriptor of writing task 1, and here we have 4 parameters: task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy. And here we have our band scores 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's take band 7 as a reference, and let's go to lexical resource, that means vocabulary. And here in band 7 under lexical resource we find 2 words. The first one is flexibility and the next one is precision. Now this precision means using exact word, right word in the right place. And this flexibility has 2 meanings. The first one is synonyms and the next one is forms. If you do not know synonyms, then you are going to change the form of the word, and that comes under flexibility. Now let's get back. Here we are. Let's begin from the very beginning. The line graph, you can write presents or keeps information about Now, consumption can be changed to consumed, but if we write consumed of three kinds, then we do not have an appropriate sentence structure here. So what we are going to do is we are going to change a bit of the sentence. Let's say the line graph gives information about, okay, let's copy this three kinds of, let's say three kinds of kinds. This is very easy. I think you can simply write types, kinds. This is very easy. Three types of fast food. You can simply write junk foods, right? Three types of junk foods, namely. Now what you are going to do is you are going to list these categories, namely hamburgers, pizza, and fried chicken. Now we are going to write the word consumed, right? Consumed by. Now there's the word teenagers, that's also called adolescents. Now let's say we do not know the word, no problem. Teenagers in Mauritius, Mauritius. The question says from 1985 to 2015. If the question says from to, you are going to write between and. This is what you are going to write. But if the question says between and, then you are going to write from to. Now let's see our answer. Let's get to the beginning of our answer. Here we are. The line graph gives information about three types of junk foods, namely hamburgers, pizza, and fried chicken, consumed by teenagers in Mauritius between 1985 and 2015. Finally, we're going to write units are measured in da 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 full stop. So this is the way you do it. Let's go to next question. So here we are. This is our next question. And here we have two line graphs. You can pause the video and have a look. So the question says, here we have the question, the charts below show the changes in ownership of electrical appliances and amount of time spent doing housework and households in one country. Okay. Now the problem with our students is we just get stuck in this word electrical appliances. Now we start thinking about how to use synonyms for this word, how to use synonyms for this word and this word. This is our problem. We get stuck here, but we do not see our golden chance of transforming this word into a verb, right? We have a golden chance of transforming this word into a verb. So how do we do it? Let's say the first one is a starter. Here we have a starter. The charts below show this is the starter, and from this point here we have all our main content, and here we have place and date in this place here. Let's get our whiteboard. So it says the charts, that's why we are going to write the line graph. We are not writing this word below because we do not draw any line graph on our answer sheet. It says so give, let's say present. Okay, now there are two line graphs, that's why we wrote present. Okay, subject verb agreement. The line graph present. Now we want this word ownership to be owned because this is the verb. Now if we write the line graph present owned, then it will be incorrect. So what we are going to do is we are going to add something from our own side. How many people owned, right? Now this is bingo. We can do this. Electrical, we do not know the word for electrical appliances, no problem. Appliances, and now it says amount of time. We do not need the word amount of, simply time. It says spent. Yes, this is quite simple. You can simply write taken, time taken, right? This is not anything new. Time taken for household. Now let me add one word by myself, that's chores, in a particular country. Yes, it says in one country, so you can say in a particular country or in a specific country. Let's use the word particular country. Now the question says between 1920 and 2019. We are going to choose one word from 1920 to 2019. Now do not forget this. If the question says from to, then you are going to write between and if the question says between and, then you are going to write from to. Okay, bingo. Units are measured in, so you can simply write units are measured in percentage, and here we have hours per week, right? Units are measured in percentage and hours per week respectively, or something like that. Okay, so let's see if, what did we just write. And here we are, the line graph present how many people owned. We just wanted to change the word ownership and make it a verb, owned, electrical appliances, and the time taken for household chores in a particular country from 1920 to 2019. Units are measured in. See, this is how you paraphrase without changing words. Okay, so if you want more videos on writing task 1, how to write an introduction, overall, body paragraph, then please let me know. And yes, please subscribe and like the video because you want to do that. Let's do this much for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.